Hello Cancer, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I want to say a great big thank you to those of you who have subscribed to my channel, left me a comment and about how it's gone for you. That's really cool, and how it has resonated with you, and also the ones that I've received in my inbox. Thank you so much for letting me know how it has worked out for you. That is cool. And also thank you to those of you who have subscribed to my channel. Or did I already say that? I mean, shared my, subscribed, yes, but also shared the videos as well. So I do appreciate that, getting them out there, and to those who, who can benefit from them. So the other thing is, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I encourage you to do that now. And I thank you at the same time in advance for subscribing. You can do that now, at the end of the video, or actually during the video, whatever suits you. So the other thing is, just want to remind everybody that there's messages that come through with these readings. They are general, so they may not fully resonate with you. If they do, that's wonderful. If they don't, then just don't throw it right out the window, because it could be something that is not that's coming up in the future, which is why you're not really getting it at the moment. The other thing I'd like to say is just check out what your other videos are saying for you, on your other signs are saying for you on the other videos as I put them out. So so welcome, thank you Cancer. Now these cards are here are all I'm going to flip them that way, getting two coming out at once. We'll see what happens and how the story goes. So that where's the deck that I'm using now? Is I have lost the is the the Celtic Dragons Oracle. So it's up there. This is one of the newer decks that I've purchased. So they've come to me. So it's like, wow, I really like these. So anyway, we're just going to do, where are we going, Spirit? Where are we going, Angels? Where are we going, Guides? Connecting with you. So first of all, we have the Page of Pentacles. So we're going to go with that one, the beginning. So there seems to be like you're going, you're looking out into something, doing something new. I'm feeling more, mainly because it's the Pentacles, for some reason I'm going to go there anyway. I'm just going to follow my intuition. And there's that sort of thing that I feel it's like I'm just going to go down this and this track or this pathway and this, with this new idea or this new burst of energy, you could say, or this new energy, and just like have a look down this way. So something I feel has popped up, maybe an opportunity of some sort, but this Page of Pentacles here, he's like looking at, he's got his book, and he's like, it's like he's read something and now, or he's studied something, or he's worked on something, and now he's ready to go step forward and adventure and look into whatever it is that he's, that he's drawn to be doing, or what he's learned. So he's taking it and he's going to create something with it. So there may be something for some of you that are like, something has moved where it's opened a doorway or a gateway for you to explore. Go out and explore something. So then we have here the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. So where they're going with that. So something basically, I feel like for some of you there's something coming to an end here, but then it goes to the 7 of Wands. So it's like you're in a turning point of letting something go, of moving through something, which is interesting because that Page of Pentacles is there. So and I feel like it's like not going back. It's like there may be something that you're looking at and you're not too sure which way you're going, and it's like, and you're toing and froing, but it's like in letting like old stuff, old burdens that are not yours, that are yours, go. So it's like the 7 is on top of it. So I feel like what it's saying to me is that it's like, you're at a turning point. So it's like about, whether or not you're going to like cut past the bullshit basically and give yourself a break and go for something. Because the ones they're about taking action, they're about movement and gaining momentum and doing things. So there's something there that is that I feel like, because there's the Hermit, that maybe you need to go in within and find and work on that still. But it's like there is something that's, because I'm just really there's something that you're pondering about what you're wanting to do. Maybe you're holding off on something at the moment, and or I'm hearing the word codependency in there, and in a way, it's like codependency is, doesn't necessarily mean it's negative. Some people, because we hear that word a lot, but it's like there is something, and it can hold us back if we let it. And we're like, this is recognizing it, and that sort of thing. So there is a time and a place for it, but it's not forever. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's this sense of, well, the word they keep getting is codependency, or in the sense that of not allowing yourself to go and do something because you're feeling like somebody else might be left out, or you don't want to leave somebody behind, or or it's like so there's, oh gosh, so I've got about 3 things running around in my head, and it's like I'm just saying to them, hang on a minute, I can only spit one out at a time. So there could be that sort of thing, that energy is going on where you have like people who rely on you, or people, or and it's like allowing yourself to do something of yours so they can learn to rely on themselves, basically. And so you can learn to rely on yourself, or whatever that is for you. It may be the other way around. So it's just like having a look at that. But this is about you resisting going within. This is what the Hermit is. It's in reverse. So in order to finalize or come to bring something to an end, because the Hermit is number 9 in the major arcana. So it's like there's something that you maybe like resisting looking at, or not wanting to look at, or move forward. So there's this toing and froing. So I feel like if you allow yourself to go through, because like this a turning point here, and just like, even if you like have just open the door a smidgen and get a feel for what it's like, and then you'll start to realize that actually, you know what, I can do this. It's not out of the realms of what I can't. It's oh gosh, it's not out of the realms of what I can do. It's like, I've got to get out of this, like I can't do that because, or I shouldn't do that, or you know what, or I'm just going to blah, blah, blah. There's not making excuses, basically. So so it's a really powerful beginning to the read. It's like, I feel like that you want to go and do that, but it's just like you're holding yourself off. Okay. Oh, okay. I was just literally thinking, okay, I'm just going to take a couple of more cards, and with the overall energy here of what's going on. But I've got 3. When I say a couple, 3 turns out. When I say 1, 2 turns out. So, or sometimes 5. So there could be something like that for you that's happening as well. So we have the Knight of Cups, the 7 of Swords, and the 5 of Cups here. So I'm just going to leave those there at the moment, because now we come down here and we've got the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords. So there's something they're moving away from strife of some sort, and you allow, in overthinking things or thinking things. So something is subsiding there. And it's like, I feel like you've been guided, like this is somewhere this whole part here is somewhere where you've been guided to go, or explore. And maybe you've been holding off for the last couple of weeks, last couple of months, last couple of years, or something like that, and for the right time. And it's like, you get to this point where, okay, when is the right time? There's never really a right time. It's like, so it's about the right time is when you take a step forward, is basically, because when you do allow whatever, your guides to guide you, or where your intuition following it. And this has happened before, before with you, like when we not just when you run with it, or when we run with things or go with things, our intuition, things turn out right anyway. And it, like, you could think, what I was, getting all like up here about. So, or in my emotions about. So it's, in a way, it's like, detaching from the emotional attachment of something that's holding you back. So when we take away the emotion, we start to be able to realize, realize it's not the word I was actually thinking of. Oh God, I hate that when I do that, when that happens. We start to, realize, I'll just go with that at the moment. We start to realize that, actually, where are they going with that now? we start to realize that actually the doors that we need to open, you know, only we can open them, because here's the world card here. And it's like we start to realize that, you know, the world is really out there once we have always, you know, poke out, like I say, just open the door where they're going with that. So it's like going on an adventure, allowing yourself to go on an adventure is what this one is. You know, it's like, you know, we're sort of feeling like I want to go back a bit with you. If we're going back to that, we start to realize actually how much we've held ourselves off, or how much it's just about being that, going into that grateful space. It's not going into when that realization comes up that to, you know, to beat, you know, yourself up or blame somebody else for it, because at the end of the day, it's like you or you, whoever, you know, you've made that decision or we've made that decision. I start talking like we, because saying we because even though I'm a Gemini, I start to go into this energy or this space of the sign that I'm reading. So that's why I keep going. You'll hear me say we sometimes, and then I become conscious of it. I think, okay, that's not me, that's not we, that's you. So there's that sort of like dithering that's actually around you at the moment too, even on saying that. It's like just doing your head in probably. But like they're just saying, like, get out of your head and allow your intuition to come in and lead you and guide you where you're needing to go. Because it's like when we go into the hermit and we do that meditation, or we do that, you know, be in that still place, we can start to like, and we're consciously aware of what we're thinking. If we're going in that way and we're sifting through or filtering through the rubbish, and so we can get to the truth, it's like things start to turn around. So that's why I'm going to like, we start to see a bigger picture. It's pushing out your energy, but it's realizing though that I feel, you know, that there is something bigger out there. Here we have the, you know, the star here. So there is that hope and that inspiration. I do feel like there's, you know, it's there, but it's kind of like just letting yourself inspire yourself as well as be that inspiration for others, you know, as well. So, but this is going back to you, like this. So there is hope there. And it's like, it's out there. Look at those little baby dragons flying. They're out there and they're in the cosmos. They're in the universe and they are doing what they need to do. So it's like there is that thing, and they're lighting up the world. And, you know, oh, okay, let's go with the... So then we have the Fool, which was in reverse, or the card of adventure again, as in looking into doing something new and taking a risk. If you can't, risks aren't bad, you know. When the people hear, like you say risk, it's like, oh shit, that's a risk. But if we look at a risk in a different way, maybe it's not that much of a risk, you know. And if we've sometimes in life we just do need to take a risk. So it's actually defining what is your risk, you know, where does risk lie for you? Because a risk is different to mean something, or the intensity of, or whatever that is that, you know, you're thinking about taking a risk about is something different to somebody else. So not buying into what others perceive as being a risk, or taking a risk, and taking that could be that you're turning it around and you're taking that a calculated risk, you know, leap of faith. On saying that, I like the way they've just, you know, that's just come through. It's like, so, but we can only, you know, we can only predict so far. But the prediction is that, you know, sometimes it's not even about, it's just having that leap of faith and knowing, you know, there are things that are probably going to come up as you start walking into this new venture, or like researching that you may or may not like, or something may pop up that you're going to have to find a solution to, you know, bring yourself back onto alignment. But then, so there's all these questions here that might go up, but it's like, are you really out of alignment? So it's kind of like, you know, having this little, but not overthinking it. So, but I feel like they're talking like that in one way, because it's like, for some of you, that's like, you know, those things may be going on in your head. So there's that something, and you know, and it's like not feeling the Fool. The Fool is really, it's like some people where that explanation where Spirit are bringing, coming that from with that is like, you know, like going back to that, you know, just doing something or feeling the love and doing it anyway, rather than feeling the fear and doing it anyway. But in realizing that, yeah, there are things that may crop up that you may have to, like, release, cut off, or bring in, and, or put a plaster on it and carry on until the next, until you get to where you need to go to. It's just the way, some things happen. And it's like, sometimes things go smoothly, really smoothly, but there's, it depends on what smoothly is. And sometimes that smooth is something that comes up that you haven't, calculated or added in or factored in or thought about, which not necessarily is a really bad thing. It's like, but not, how so we can feel like it's a really bad thing. It's, I should have seen that coming, or I didn't think about that, or somebody else might say that, which starts the spiraling. So it's like just like letting that go, letting get in your space. So because here we have the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is talking about, there's not letting your emotions get in the way, because the Six of Cups is like something like you're moving on, you're moving forward, or you're moving out, you're moving out of your comfort zone or something like that, or you're not letting your emotions get in the way. And once you've figured it out, like gone past the 5 where there was a little bit of a hiccup. So this, I feel like you've kind of been through something like that, but it may come up again, but you now better know now how to handle that, So, and then we have the Ace of Cups, which is in reverse here. So I'm going to turn that around. So you may be a little bit resistant in moving forward because of whatever that is. Or I'm going to use, I don't always like to use the word resistant, but that's the word that keeps coming in because it's like maybe something that a lot of you are more aware of or maybe more use. And it is literally, sometimes it is about resistance. So let's not really fluff it up. But other times it's really like, some behind it is like, we know not what we do sometimes, and it was because there is this emotional stuff or this limiting belief pattern or, whatever it is that is kind of like ingrained in you, or you just haven't fully released yet, that we keep going like this, incremental stages, and we go back, in bigger incremental stages, like 1 step forward, 3 steps back, say, that sort of thing. But it's about changing, your perspective, I feel, in the way that you deal with your emotions is what I'm hearing, or feeling, or look at, what emotions are about for you. Because, I mean, let's face it, you're in, you're a water sign, so, and you're very, very can be very sensitive to energy and things like that emotionally. So, obviously the Six of Cups is definite you. There's a happier time coming, and you'll be in a happier space about the situation or situations that are here. The Ace of Cups, so it's about shifting that around again, and so because this is like a happy space, so it's not going back to, one again, basically, or flapping around. It's allowing yourself to move forward. This one here is like, the High Priestess. So this is really getting in tune with your intuition and letting your intuition guide you, which is kind of like, maybe, for the lack of a better word, little bit blocked. And there could be, I feel like there's most of you is, in a way, it's like it's there, but you're not, and you can hear it and you feel it, but you're just not taking the action towards it and exploring to see what is on the other, that step across that line that you've created. Because here's the Knight of Cups here. So the Knight of Cups is like allowing, I'm hearing for this one, it can quite often depict a lover, somebody maybe coming into your life. For some of this, it may be, exactly that. Or you may be the lover that's going into somebody else's life, So it's on saying that, and you may be like holding off and, like this knee-jerk sort of reaction. Or it may be that, somebody may be coming into your life, either way. But it's like, because I feel like here is like the Seven of Swords, is, there's something going on there where in your mind there may be something going on that may be deceitful in a way, and it may be that you're the one that's deceitful, depending on this, and wondering how you're going to fix the solution, or begin a new life, or take these new steps into whatever direction that you, where you're heading towards. So others of you, it may be, it may be something this may be something around an energy who has been, deceitful to you, or, somebody that you're not trusting. And I feel like some of you is that this is about, for some of you, I'm hearing the background there, this is about getting your facts right, as well. So you may be like, some of you may be seeing or feeling or thinking that, about someone who in your life that may be a deceitful, basically, or, not telling the truth, because, the Swords is about truth and honor, basically. So there may be something that's let you down. The Five of Cups here is like, yes, this is you again. So that, and there has been that sort of energy, or where somebody, something emotional has happened, has done you wrong, or an emotional upset. I do feel like for some of you, it's not necessarily you. You may be observing this happening to somebody as well. But I feel for a good portion of you, there's one of those three things happening. But it's something that, you're processing. It could be processing it now. It could be something that you've just gone through. Or this may be coming up into, this next week, which is what I didn't say, well, it's written on the description box and on the video anyway, is, this is from Monday the 16th to the 22nd of August, so which is the Sunday. So there is something going on, was going on there, and something is going on for some of you. It depends on where you are with that. But I feel like some of you, I'm hearing like this is, you and you're either the love or somebody is coming into your life. I do feel like there is a sense of something just slowing down and recouping your energy as well. I'm hearing about like you also letting love into your life, like you loving yourself, but also allowing somebody who is, for some of you, you may be already in a marriage or a relationship or something like that, where now there's a connection of that. And so whatever has, this trust is like, or deceitfulness, there is kind of like, you may be working on that. And it may be that some of you have overthought something, and it's caused a little bit of strife. And then some of you, it's like, I'm feeling like it's not so much, you have been through something like that, or you may be going through something like that now where you have, every right. So depending on which way this goes for you, but I'm hearing like, just to like, we'll see what these cards on saying that, just to clarify that, because it's like, because these reads are general, it could be, mean a few things. So this is why it's like, just taking what resonates and leaving what doesn't. Okay, I just want to clarify that. So the Four of Wands, I feel like for some of you may, this, I'm hearing like this is like a time to take a break, but also like to have a rest, have a rest on from that. So some of you may be, may have gone through something like that, or maybe like going through that. So making sure you take some time to rest and recuperate, especially, so you can like gain, gather some energy to do what it is that, you need to do in a good way. So justice, so justice will be served. So there's something about, or balancing the scales, whatever it is. So for some of you, it will be justice will be, preserved. Or served, actually. I'm hearing more preserved, where that come from. But it's like, I feel like the balancing of the scales, or something will work out for you, is where they're going with that. But it's like the balancing, it's like taking some time out, because like I feel like when we're too invested in our emotions, it can like, frack things up, a lot more. And it's like we forget about the real, what's going in life, and or other things as well. So it's like taking a little bit of time out for yourself as well, making sure. And I'm just gonna like shuffle these cards here. These are my original cards that I wrote on with some little messages to deliver to people until I transferred the message to like a proper deck of cards, and in the midst of waiting for them to get printed, we'll see how we go. Anyway, these have popped up and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to use these because the other ones are in my other clinic. Working space. So angels, okay, earth, heavenly and earthly. So allowing people to come in to your space to receive help, as you're going through this, this space. I feel like it's an amazing growth period for you, for everybody concerned, depending, some may not see that, but that's all right, that's their stuff. And letter, so there may be a letter that you're wanting to write or receive. That's coming to you for some of you. So I feel like writing a letter to our higher selves is a really good exercise, or just writing something out and getting it off your chest and that sort of thing. And I feel like there's a decision for some of you that you're needing to, to make an order that you've been holding off, which is what's been going on here in this part here as well. For some of you, not all of you, so it's just like whatever, because some of you, this is like you've gone through a process and you're coming up the other end, and so you're seeing all this, so this is where you are, but you're like, and you're moving through it all, and it's like you're seeing, because that's what I'm feeling like, this is like you're seeing, you've come to end of it, and it's like you've realized you've gone through this whole process, and this is like part of that, or the end, not so much the end of the process, and you're like you're filtering that, you're reflecting on from where you've come from to where you are now through this process. And it's like you're more ready in a way to receive love, because it's like, and or give love, because you've sorted through this you've made a decision based on whatever it is, this non-truth that was going on. And I feel like for some of you it's like it's sometimes we can deceive ourselves. And so you figured out that and can bring about a bit of grief, so that maybe, because what I'm hearing is like this is, that the Knight of Cups is in a way to do with self-love. So maybe you've talked yourself out of something, and, based on something that you perceived as not to be, or someone, and it's like you maybe be overread it and caused yourself a bit of upset. But now it's like taking a break from that. Or some of you, I feel like have overthought it, and some of you maybe underthought it, and maybe feeling a little bit naive, and you're feeling a little bit like a dick sometimes, for that, because you haven't listened to your intuition. But now it's time to take a break and allow things to unfold, or like balance out, because but you need to it's like, I feel like I want to say you need to take have a rest from whatever it is that you're overdoing, or like you may be overcompensating at work or something. This is from Archangel Michael. Be conscious of the words you use. Okay, so it's like in the sense of uplifting words. Do you want, do what you can to help others. The rest is up to them. So this whole situation could be around that. Okay, that theme. Cool. So there's a kind of lot going on for next week. So you may be, like I say, feeling it this week even. So next week you may be more into the space of, taking a time out for you. It just depends on where you are with that stage. So anyway, I'm going to leave that there for you. So this is an absolutely amazing, like, shifting, healing period, but an uplifting, I feel anyway, reading for you is, depending on which end of it is. So it's just keeping on being your own, who you are, and being in your truth and in your honor, and always with love, and being honest with yourself about what is going on, and with you and all that situation, and how much is your stuff and how much is somebody else's stuff, and that sort of thing. So it's really, that's what they're talking about, going in there, not overthinking it, just taking, one step at a time. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to leave it there with you now, Cancer. So I hope this makes sense to you. Please let me know. It's I'm not expecting a big story, so that's okay. It'll be interesting. Anyway, we'll see you next week for the following week's messages that are coming through, and we'll just see how this rolls on for you. Anyway, bye for now, and we'll see you later.